you back tomorrow. Count on it. We were strapped into the car and on our way to Mayfair when Ajitah broke his silence. You were deliberately trying to start a fight with that Yaksha, he said. So? I know you're still grieving, but this, running off to beat the crap out of some stranger, isn't going to help. I pulled the wad of cash from my pocket. Yeah? This will help. There's £1,000 here. I'm going to give it to charity. He shot me a quick glance before transferring his gaze back to the road. That's very noble of you, but there are other ways to raise money for charity. And there were other ways for you to make money to raise your boys. His jaw tensed. That wasn't the same, and you know it. I crossed my arms and slumped back in my seat. Okay, maybe I was acting out, but I needed this. I needed to vent. Eamon had been gone 2 weeks, and in that time we hadn't made any progress on finding out anything about this Hin. Loki was off on some business trip, and the High Witch refused to take our calls. Until tonight. The inaction was killing me. Every time I stopped to think, to take a breather, I'd see his face and know I was letting him down by not having freed Mum yet. Eamon wouldn't expect you to be able to save your mother, Ajitah pointed out. It's near impossible. You said yourself your grandfather told you that the Hin could be in any one of the hundreds of realities. The creature could have fractured and become several versions of himself. No, he won't have fractured. With the Nagamuni in his possession, he's immune to the laws of the multiverse. There has to be a way to track him. If not him, then the Nagamuni he's carrying. We can find him. There must be a spell or something we can use to locate him. He sighed. Well, let's just hope the High Witch has the answers we need. She'd better. I'd lost my dad. There was no way I was losing my mum too. Chapter 2. We were back in the easel room at the Mayfair mansion, seated on the same wicker chairs around a table set with tea. Drake poured while I sat, tapping my feet against the floor. Where the heck was she? So what if she'd granted us an audience at night? She should have fucking taken our call sooner. She'd been dodging us for 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. Malina, chill, Drake said. He offered me a cup of tea. I exhaled through my nose and took it. Thanks. How much longer do you think? Ajitah laid a warm hand on my thigh. Just drink the tea. They were treating me like a child, an uncontrollable brat prone to tantrums. My cheeks heated. Had I been that bad? The tea was delicious and calming. This wasn't who I was. I was centered and in control. It was all part and parcel of my training with the guild. Assassins didn't act in anger. We didn't make rash decisions. Everything we did was calculated and carefully thought through. The last couple of weeks, it was as if someone else had taken over my body. An angry teenager hell-bent on getting her own way at any cost. I saw it happening, heard the words coming out of my mouth, but couldn't seem to control it. It would be better once we had a solid lead. Once I could focus on something real, something that would get me the answers I needed. This here was the start. A strange crackle of tension filled the air, and the High Witch materialized in the seat before us. Today her hair was piled atop her head, diamonds winked in her ears, and her body was encased in a royal blue ball gown. Going somewhere? The words were out before I could curb them. She turned her arctic gaze on me. A memorial service for the witches we lost. It has taken some time to organise, but we feel it will be the perfect way to say goodbye. Goodbye could have been said weeks ago. This was something else. This was politics. This isn't about saying goodbye. It's about damage control. Malina? Drake warned. The High Witch merely smiled. No, it's fine, Drake. I admire Miss Hayes's forthright attitude. Yes, this is damage control. My witches are scared. The covens are in lockdown. The people who did this are still out there, and now they have access to the skein.